How's it going, everybody? My name is Bo, and I'm a home theater and movie enthusiast. And in today's video, I'm going to show you 3 things that I've done in my theater room so far in 2025. Today, as I'm recording this, is February 8th of 2025, so I don't have a lot of plans for this year, but I've done 3 things already. Nothing like super major, but I thought it'd be worth showing and getting, a new updated room tour. So I'm gonna turn the camera around and we'll get started. All right, so just a look at the room. Nothing has really changed in what you're seeing right now, but those that have been following my channel that are subscribed know that I just finished a build of a replica PB3000 subwoofer, which you can see right there. But the last video I made, I didn't have this one sitting here because this is the original one I built back in March of 2024, and I replaced it with this one, which I made it a little bit sturdier. But go watch that video if you haven't seen it. But I sanded this one down, refinished it, gave it a better finish, and then I made a wire harness for it, and I didn't know what else to do, so I set it in place for, I want to say, close to 2 weeks. I just had it sitting there because I was worried that it would be kind of potential hazard to hit my toe on as I walked into the room, but honestly, not even close. So what I did was I hooked up my PC and got REW going and the mini DSP and the UMic 1, and I was going to try to add this one to see what it would do, because I was very happy with my bass with just this single one back here and then the dual SB3000s in the front, which are concealed. You can't see them, but they're there. And yeah, I was so happy with my bass. I was like, well, let's just see what I do if I add a fourth. Well, when I hooked the mini DSP up for the first time to my computer since November 2023, it had multiple updates, and the last one wiped my profile. And the problem with that was the last EQ I had saved was before I added this and before I made some other changes, so there it was an old one, and I tried it and it just didn't, it wasn't right. I measured it and it was absolutely atrocious. So I was left with having to start over. I couldn't just go back to what I had before, so I had to redo the entire thing. And because I was so happy with my bass, my objective initially was just to have the 4 subs and have them running at lower volume but get the same bass output, and maybe some extra tactile into the back of my couch thanks to this guy. And I did achieve that because my fronts were running at -15 gain before, and now they're at -16. And then when I had just the one ported rear sub, I had that at -19, and now both these are at -22. So, they're not running as hot. And then my AVR level was -5, and I ended up at -5.5. So same bass output, but subwoofer's not as high in the gain knob. And I don't know, there's a few sequences in some of the demos where I feel like it's not quite as I don't know what you want to call it, bass heavy. And I think it's because I never did EQ this sub. I just put it in place, replaced my PB1000, level matched the volume, and just went with it. And I think it was running a little hot. I couldn't tell because I wasn't able to measure my current setup at the time because of the mini DSP debacle. So either way, I now have 4 subs, all 3000 series SVS, 2 of which are DIY replicas, and then the other 2 are the real deal. So that was the bigger thing. Took me about 3 different days, almost the entire day, running REW, because I was relearning how to use it and stuff. And I still probably could get it dialed in a little bit better, but I watched Gran Turismo the other day and it's absolutely phenomenal. The bass is tight. I mean, it's one of the best sounding movies I've ever heard. So maybe this movie's just really good. Some other stuff I watched still sounded good, and yeah, I haven't really gone through and demoed a ton, but so far I'm happy. All right, on to the next thing, and that is this here, which is a cat door. Let's see if we got any cats out there. No cats. They're still getting used to it. But I just installed this last weekend because since December 2019, every movie I've watched, I've had my door cracked open like that to allow my cat. Now I have 2 cats, so they need to be able to come in and out. If I shut the door when they're in, they'll want to go out. If I shut it when they're outside, they'll want to come in. So finally, after all these years, I did a cat door, and it took longer to paint than it did, honestly, to install. And they do use it, still a little timid, but not having that door cracked means I don't hear the furnace as much. I'm expecting to not hear the AC in the summertime nearly as much because, basically just you got a 3-4 inch opening on your door and all that sound can come in. So that's what I'm hoping for. And also it's not as much light comes in if I'm watching a movie on a Saturday or Sunday afternoon. So a little bit comes through there, but nothing to be worried about. And then the last thing I did, which is going to be really hard to show, is you might see there's a shadow. That's because I took all my drop ceiling panels and lifted them up and moved them off to the side, and I took foam rubber that has adhesive backed, and I went all the way around each section. So I stuck the adhesive side down on the metal, and then when the panel goes back down, it just hits that soft foam rubber. So I'm hoping, I haven't tested it yet with Blade Runner 2049, but the other movies I've tested so far has been significantly quieter when it comes to vibration and rattle. And I think it's going to be pretty game changing overall, because any quiet scene where there's just some kind of rumble happening, my ceiling would always rattle, and I had to get up and like shift the panel and stuff. And now I'm pretty certain that that's not going to be an issue anymore. So nothing visual there, but I think that one's going to probably end up being one of the better things I've done. And as far as other changes for the year, the only other thing I have planned is I'm just going to fix a mistake I made. You can see that velvet, you can see all the like paw prints and stuff in it. That's because it's facing the wrong way. And you can see this one here is just completely black. I put it on there, I cut it the wrong way, so it's 180 or 90 degrees the wrong way, so it doesn't block the light. So I'm just going to peel that off, buy some new velvet, and put it on the right way. So that's it, though. I don't really have any other plans for 2025 other than to watch as many damn movies and shows as I can until I need to replace my lamp, because I'm at, let's see. We are at 803 hours on my lamp, which is JVC NP5, and I've been running on low, so I don't know exactly how many hours before I'll need to replace it, but I figured it's going to happen this year. And yeah, other than that, I don't have any upgrade plans, and no major ideas or anything for the room. So with that, I'm going to get out of here and probably watch another movie tonight. It's just, it's nice for me. I'm not a journey guy, I'm a destination guy. So having my room done, not having any major projects planned, is actually a really good thing for me, because I just want to watch movies and enjoy the room. So with that, I'm going to get out of here. So thanks so much for watching. Hit that like button, leave me a comment, and we'll see you on the next video.